everybody, it's Heather with Diamonds and Dragonflies, and I am here today with my weekly WIP chat. If you are new here and don't know what a WIP chat is, WIP means work in progress, and chat means we're going to chat. So whip out your WIP or whatever you're working on, or starting a new project, or the sky's the limit, and we're going to talk for the next hour or so, give or take. I tend to run over, as we all know. So, and if you are a current subscriber to my channel, thank you for coming back. I welcome you, and I'm so glad that you're here, and I appreciate your loyalty and support. So today, guys, I don't know if you recognize it, those of you that are returning, I've got Jungle Dragon out here today. So I am going to be working on Jungle Dragon, and of course, I don't have the sticker with me. Hold on 1 minute. I will be right back. Let me go grab it. Okay, I'm back. I am working on Jungle Dragon. So this is a 50 by 75. I know it says 55 by 80, but that's the whole canvas. It's actually, the drill field is only 50 by 75. But this is Jungle Dragon Lord by the Wamples from Art and Soul Diamonds. So I started this kit back, oh my God, was it the end of June? Beginning of July? I can't remember. It was the end of June or beginning of July is when I started this kit. And I did it as in a whole series. So you got to see the unboxing, you got to see the kit up, you got to see me picking out enhancements, prepping my canvas, the whole shebang. And then I've had some updates on progress that I have made. And how I ended up doing this is that, let me get in my project bag. This is my project bag from Wolfgazer Studios. They are linked below. I do have a 20% off discount code that you can use over and over again. If you are interested in purchasing some project bags, I love them. I keep all my stuff in them. So that's where everything goes, so I know where to find it. So what I did was I drew a diagram. I divided it off into sections, and I drew a diagram, and then I randomly numbered them. I took the plastic cover off of the entire canvas and covered it with release papers. Now I didn't have enough of the one, so I ended up having to mix and match. So they are both from Bee's Crafty Corner. So I used the dragon scales, and then this is a dragon theme pack that every image is different. And so I alternated dragon scale, dragon scale, dragon, all the way through. And then I reached out, I started with my Patreon first, and I did their sections to start with, as in the order in which they picked a number. So for example, Wendy picked section 15. So section 15 is where I started. I went off with the person and who was the first person to give me a number. So I am now up to, once I got through the beginning of my Patreon, then I switched to YouTube and I asked my subscribers to give me a number. And so I had a few that reached out and did so. So Joyce Shorter was the first person of my subscribers, and she had picked 28. So I have completed her section. Then next I have Stephanie. So Stephanie is my next subscriber, and that's the section we're going to be working on today. So Stephanie picked number 5. So section number 5, which is this one, is what we're going to work on today. This is going to be really cool, guys, because this is going to make 4 in a row on this side. So that only leaves 1, 2. I have 2 other sections on this back corner to complete before that whole column is done. I am at the halfway mark. So I've been working on this in the background. I really have not been working on it too hard the past couple, I don't know, for the past month. It's just been here or there randomly, but I am trying to pick up steam with it. I would like to try and get it done by mid-September, which is totally doable. I mean, technically I could probably get it done by the end of August, but I do have some other projects I'm working on too, so we'll see how much love I give it. But I have 16 sections done, 16 to go. I divided it into 32 sections. So I showed you my project bag. I showed you the release papers. My tray is from Nikki Correll from Lady Lathe. It was custom made. I do have a discount code with her as well. It is Dragonfly 10. You mention it when you place an order on her Facebook group with her. You just private message her, and any custom order you can get 10% off. She also made my little paw trash drill minder that I'm using, that I just threw on the floor, the lid. Let me grab it. Fortunately, it did not break. That would have been really sad. So that's my trash drill minder. My pen is made from Stacy Travis from Lady Lathe. So she made me a rainbow mismatch pen to go with the Jungle Dragon theme, because it's just a whole bunch of bright rainbow colors. And I am switching up my putty and my wax today. And you have not seen these unboxed. They are actually not in an unboxing until September 3rd, but I wanted to use them. So this was the scent of the month from Black Dahlia. This is Dragon's Blood. This is the August scent of the month. I wanted to give this a shout out because this will actually be taken off the market as of August 31st. So please go and make sure that you give this a try. It smells really good. It's really good. It really, really, really smells good. So I'm gonna load up my pen here with my putty and get this trimmed up. All right. Put that back on my pad. We're gonna put this back in here, and then we're gonna put it back in my project bag so I don't lose it. I don't want to be losing stuff. Whoops, sorry. I'm not using my recording arm because I am filming this in my living room as opposed to the art room. This is my new Not Your Mama's Mud. It's a new packaging. I've never gotten it from her like this. So this is Cotton Candy Craze. And it does. It smells like a big batch of cotton candy. All right, so we've got everything in there. So I can put that to the side. And then my little dragon friend, he is my latest acquisition from DJC 3D Prints. I love him, his little painted eyes. He's gonna keep me company. He's gonna make sure that I do my dragon correctly. I'm using my Capricorn tumbler from Bird Dog Designs. This was for What's Your Sign 2024. It was an event that I participated in July. So I will have Bird Dog linked below as well, plus DJC 3D Prints, Lady Lathe, Black Dahlia, and Wolfgazer are always linked because they are affiliates, so they're under the affiliate portion with their discount codes, and same with Lady Lathe, and I will link Whimsical Daisies. All right, guys, let's pull this off and let's see what we've got. Ooh, we're gonna be doing some greens. I'm excited. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. All right, I'm making sure I don't need to move that. Nope, that is fine. All right, let's see, what do we wanna do? Let's start with this lime greenish color. I don't feel like starting, oh, it's an AB. Ugh, that might not be good. That's gonna rip out of my pen first. All right, let's switch. Let's do this blue. All right, that one we're safe with. Okay, we will do this one instead. Gotta just get the putty dirty before I start messing with ABs. So I hope everyone is doing really well. It's been okay. The past week has been so-so. I've been having some of the feels. Trying to just kind of make it through everything. I'm just going to try and run through the family members and talk about stuff. So we're going to start with the hubby. I'm happy to report that it has now been officially 14 days that hubby has been sober. He has been trying really hard not to drink. He's made it 2 weekends in a row. I definitely see it getting Outwardly, it seems like it's getting easier. I'm sure if I were to ask him, he would tell me no, it's not. But personally, I think he seems a little better. Now, the doctor did increase one of his medications. So that could be part of it too, because he decided to try to stop drinking at the same time that he started taking the increased dosage. So it could be that as well. But, you know, we'll see. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. This weekend was much better, as he made an effort to spend some time with me, regardless of us doing things that typically he would drink while doing, which has been very hard for him. That has been a difficult thing for him to do. It's kind of like he's got this mindset that he can't have fun without drinking. So just trying to break that stigma and that thought. He put up my shelves for me. We bought stuff a while ago to put shelves in my one closet, and he had done so. We had bought the things. Hold on, I need to turn off I need to silence my iPad. It's being really, really noisy. And I don't want to listen to it ding every single time. And I don't know why it is, considering that the volume is turned down all the way. All right, why are you not going down? All right. Hopefully that'll keep it quiet now. So he put up the shelves for me, and the weekend before, he had built my shelf unit. So he helped me organize all of my stash. So we got that organized to a point. At least everything's put away now. So we'll put it that way. I don't know that it's in, some of it is in like order. Other parts of it aren't. But I'm okay with that, because I've got to pull a lot of it back out as I'm doing my stash videos. So if you have been following that, this week will be part 5. And that is going to be all of my kits from the one with the diamond art. So that will be this week's stash video. So, and that will be part 5, meaning that's the 5th company. So that is the 5th company that I have diamond paintings from. And I've been doing all the ones that I have like quite a few of, like 5 or more. At some point I will do one that will be a whole bunch of the companies that I just have like less than 5 paintings from, and it will be multiple companies in that one. So, but we are not there yet. So I've been putting off a couple of companies because I've got outstanding orders from them, and I'm kind of waiting and hoping they come in so that I can include those. If I get to a point where I'm kind of stumped and I can't proceed because of me waiting, then I'm just gonna have to not wait and just move forward. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do Diamond Art Club. I think what I'm gonna do is Diamond Art Club is gonna be multiple parts within itself. I think I'm gonna do one that'll be the Amazon store, do another that is like all of my Spanglers and Richard Lorenz's, because I have a lot of those, and then do I might do a couple other artists that I know I have multiple, like quite a few of their paintings. Maybe I'll group them together and do them as a, you know, one weekly video for that and then move on, but we'll see. These kind of things, I kind of like play around with ideas in my head, but at the end of the day, it comes down to just whatever strikes my fancy that day and I decide I want to do. But I've got about that. Guess what? It's time for me to take my nighttime meds. Never fails, whether it's morning or night. That med alarm is gonna go off. What I was saying, oh my gosh, I gotta stop hitting that, is I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from the stash videos. A lot of people have really told me that they like a lot of the video of the kits I've been showing. Some of them didn't know about certain companies that I've mentioned so far, and they've been checking them out. So that's been really, really cool. I've been getting a lot of support from the companies themselves. They've been sharing my stash video for their company on their channel or on their page, which has been really, really nice. So that has been a very big boost for my channel, and I am ever so grateful for that. Let me see, what are we looking for here? Let's do, what color do I want to do? Sorry guys, I'm being very indecisive here today for some reason. We'll do 4. So that's been really great and awesome. But yeah, so he helped me with that. We got everything organized. I had purchased some packing tubes, storage tubes, cardboard tubes off of Amazon, and they had come, and he helped me repackage to store all of the one with the diamond art, which will be the company I will be doing for this Saturday. Because they do not, unless you just buy one kit, they do not come in individual boxes. That is the only thing that I am not crazy about with that company. I love their canvases. I love their artwork. I think their prices are very comparable, but I don't like how they ship their projects, their kits. It doesn't work for the way that I store my kits. So it really creates a problem for me within that. But with the help of my Patreon members giving me some ideas and thoughts, I was able to come up with a solution. And so far, it's really working for me. Now, if I were ever to get to the point of having as many kits from there as I do, let's say from Diamond Art Club, we might have a problem. Because obviously with the tubes, I can't stack anything on top of each other. So they have to all stand individually. So that kind of poses an issue and a problem. But I'm not there yet. I'm not at that point of having that as a problem. So we're not going to worry about it right now. That's tomorrow's issue. So that's future Heather's problem to worry about, not today's Heather. So that was really helpful, and with him doing that for me, I really, really appreciated it. Friday was huge for me. I got a ton of videos filmed. I filmed 5 videos in one day. So I filmed some post reviews, some unboxings and kit ups, some small shop hauls, and I am just so proud of myself for being so prepared. I mean, I actually have a video scheduled for September 3rd. I was like, whoa, how did that happen? I do want to talk about one thing real quick while I'm talking about videos. I don't know why this keeps happening, but it has now happened twice in a row, and was about to happen 3 times in a row. Twice now, I have gone and filmed a video, had it uploaded for a future date, only to have another creator in the community post basically the same exact video the day before mine was going to go up. First time it happened, I was like, wow, that's just really bizarre. You know, that's just a really weird coincidence. Then it happened a second time. And that was kind of like, what is going on here? Because I had not shared about doing either of these videos, except within my Patreon. That's the only place that I had mentioned doing any of these videos. Well, guys, it almost happened a third time. I had a video filmed, had it scheduled to go up, and then Sunday, basically the same video went up. It was a little different, but basically the same. It was the same premise. I decided to pull mine. I decided to not put it up. I'm going to wait, and I will put it up possibly in a couple of weeks. Because I don't want anyone accusing me or thinking that I am copying somebody else. Obviously, within diamond painting, there's going to be some crossover from creator to creator. There's no way to prevent that. You know, a lot of us have the same taste, so we might unbox the same kit or have a post review of the same kit. We might buy from the same companies for small shop hauls, that kind of thing. But when it's something that is off the cuff, that's a little more unique, and then you start seeing multiple people posting the same thing, it makes you scratch your head. And to quote my Frankly Friday, it's one of those things that make you go, because what is happening here? Is it just that me and this is the thing, guys, it's been the same creator. So it's not like it's been different creators that this has happened to. It's literally the exact same creator. So yes, could it just be great minds think alike? And this creator and I just happen to think alike and have the same ideas? Yes, that is possible. It could literally be just a weird, bizarre coincidence. That possibility does exist. Is it a strong possibility? Probably not. I'd say maybe 5% chance that it just literally happens to be completely coincidental. Now, it's a hard thing for me to say because, just as a reminder, I have borderline personality disorder. One of the hallmarks of borderline personality disorder is we don't trust. We don't trust people. I have great difficulty trusting people. I have difficulty trusting my own family, much less trusting total strangers. It's made me feel very cautious because I don't know of any direct link. And when I think about the fact that I'm questioning whether or not a member of my diamond tribe is taking my ideas and sharing them with another creator, that makes me kind of sick to my stomach. Because I have come to love and trust my tribe greatly. And it's been really upsetting. I'm trying not to dwell on it. I'm trying not to think about it too hard. And I'm trying to give the whole thing the benefit of the doubt, that it's just gotta be one of those freak coincidences. How I have decided to handle it is that I'm going to stop sharing in my Patreon about any, unique videos that I am looking at doing. I'm not going to share it, and I want to see what happens over the next few months. Does it stop? Or am I still seeing this happening? And we'll go from there. Now, with that being said, I did receive, back in the early days when I first started my channel, I did have a few creators that reached out to me to give me some advice. Some of them gave me advice on my thumbnails. Some of them gave me advice on filming angles. One person gave me some advice regarding content. She said to me that if you see a whole bunch of people doing the same type of video, say for example, a stash video, then you should do a stash video too and put it up right then and there. Because you're going to get more attention to your video, because a lot of people are watching stash videos. So they're going to be Googling, or searching within YouTube for more stash videos. And if you have one, then your channel is going to pop up and you're going to get noticed. I don't adhere to that philosophy. When I started my channel, I did not want my channel to be like everybody else's channel. I didn't want to just be pumping out the same humdrum content that everybody else does. I wanted to be unique. I wanted to have original ideas and thoughts. I don't want to just be coming across as just following the crowd. Oh, well, you do a month in review? Well, I'm going to do a month in review. Oh, you do a post review? I'm going to do a post review. Oh, you did a stash video? I'm going to do a stash video. That's not what I wanted. Yes, you might say, well, Heather, you're doing a stash video. Yes, but I'm doing mine differently. I'm not doing one big, long, 2-hour plus video and showing you my entire stash. For starters, that is completely overwhelming to me. My mental health would not be able to handle that. That, just even thinking about it, brings me great anxiety. So what I decided to do is I decided to break it down into multiple parts and give you a little taste of my stash from week to week. One of the reasons with that is that then, let's say, for example, 2 months from now, you're like, oh, what was that image that I saw Heather share on her stash video? It was from the one with the diamond art. What was that called? That person can then just go back to my one with the diamond art stash video and pull it up and find it. They don't have to sit there scanning through 2 to 3 hours worth of video trying to find where I had that particular painting listed at. I wanted to do it this way so that I could showcase each individual company that I have kits from. I wanted them to be singled out. I wanted them to get the attention for themselves, not sharing the spotlight, but having it all to themselves for one video. It's hard for companies, especially small businesses, to be able to advertise. YouTube creators sharing their stuff is one of the best ways that they can advertise their products. Plus, it's free. It's free because it's free advertising. I don't get paid to share my stash. I don't get paid to show my videos on YouTube. I don't get paid by YouTube. I don't get paid by the company. I bought these. I'm sharing them with you because I love this company and I want you to love them too. I want you to know about them so that you can go and make an informed decision if you want to purchase from them. For example, I share with you the fact that, and I'm going to go back to the one with the diamond art, that theirs do not come in individual boxes. Okay, yeah, that's a pain in the ass for me, and I wish it wasn't the case. However, all the other positives from that company far outweigh that one negative. So therefore, I overlook it. Maybe that negative is more important to you. Maybe that's a really big negative for you, and that's a detriment, and you're not going to want to buy from them, or you're going to change your buying habits from them. Because if you just buy one kit, it will come in one box. If you buy multiple kits at the same time, then you're going to not have a box for every kit. So it might change how you decide to shop from them. So it's something to keep in mind. Something to keep in the back of your head and for you to consider when you go to purchase from them. Just like making the decision when you're buying from Diamond Art Club, do I use my reward points or do I use the VIP code or another code that you might have? Am I going to buy something extra or add another kit so I get free shipping? Or am I just going to pay the $10 if you're in the US? I don't know what it is in international. So, you know, making those decisions for yourself, because I've provided you that information and you have it for each individual company. Not trying to sort out and remember, oh, well, she was talking about that, but what company was that for? Because this way you know, and you can just go to that channel or that video and you can watch it and you can make those choices for yourself. So that's why I chose to do it that way. And I wanted to be unique. I wanted to be different. I didn't want to be just like everybody else. So, you know, that's up to each individual person. That's how I want my channel to be. Not everybody wants it that way. And you have the right to run your channel however you so choose to do, whatever makes you comfortable. One of the things, though, that I will say, and that I hope that everyone adheres to, if you are stealing an idea from someone, and maybe stealing is the wrong word to use. Maybe if you get inspired and you see something on somebody else's channel that you like and you want to do it and incorporate that into your own channel, give that person credit. If it's something big and major, ask permission. Hey, I saw that you did this. Would you mind if I do this? Because I really liked how you did that. Or I'd really like to talk about this on my channel. Do you have a problem with it? Common courtesy. It's like whenever I do a unboxing, and if I do the drill reveal, I tell you, I stole that from Shay. That 100% came from Crafting with Shay. That's where I decided to do that. So I give her credit. No, I did not ask her for permission beforehand because it's one of those minor things, but I do want to let people know where I saw it. That's where I got the idea from. I like that she does that. But I give her credit for it each and every time I do it on my channel. All right, so we talked about the hubby, we talked about the channel. The daughter did not come home this past weekend. She was originally supposed to, and she ended up having to change it because one of the main reasons why she was coming home is we live in Pennsylvania, and every year you have to have your car inspected. And she needs to have her car inspected. Well, granted, she can go anywhere and have that done, but we're pretty certain that she's going to need to have some work done to her car before it's going to pass inspection. She's been having some problems with it, and we're pretty sure that she's going to need to have a few things done. Hopefully they will not be super expensive, but nonetheless, she still needs to have a few things done. And the shop that we take our cars to, the mechanic, is on vacation until the 29th of August. So there was no point in her coming home this weekend because she couldn't get her car worked on. And we don't want her driving her car 4.5 hours one way and then back home again and then having to bring it back, not with it already needing some work done to it. So we want her to just be able to bring it home, drop it off, get it worked on, and then be able to leave and drive back with her car fixed, repaired, and ready to go. So that is the plan. So she is not coming home until Thursday the 28th. She's going to come home that night. So she will not be home for 2 more weeks. I will probably be doing my WIP chat early that week so that she can be a part of it. Or if at a minimum, we might just be filming a video together, doing the Disney stickers, because I did get more and we want to do an unboxing of the next set of Disney stickers that I got to see where we're at. How many new ones did we get? How many do we still need? Because they're only going to be selling them till the end of the year. And depending on how many we still need, I might need to place another order. So I might need to order more and get them sent. So that is something that is a distinct possibility. I've actually been considering just going ahead now that she's going to be later coming home and ordering more right now, right off the bat, and having another set here too for us to unbox together. So that is a possibility that I might decide to do that. So we shall see. We shall see what I decide to do in terms of that. I have not seen the son, but, oh, well, one last thing for the daughter too. She starts her last year of grad classes on the 26th. So she is in the home stretch, guys. Next May, she walks the stage and gets her master's degree. So that is going to be super, super exciting. It's really nice to know that she already has a job. She's been working it. She is full-time now, and she is working full-time while getting her master's. And it's just really, really nice that she's not going to have to have that worry about getting a job. Now, does that mean she's going to stay working where she's at? I don't know. But it's at least a possibility. So I think a lot of it will depend on how much they're willing to increase her pay once she is a grad student. They did give her a pay increase when she got her bachelor's. They gave her a pay increase when she started working full-time and taking on more responsibility. And they did hint at the fact that once she has her master's degree, her pay rate would increase again. So, you know, there's just a lot of things that have to be factored in to the scenario. But she at least has options, which is really nice and takes one of the huge weights off of her shoulders. All right, now the son. So William, I haven't really seen him. I've talked to him a couple of times via text, but we haven't seen him since he came and we went and saw Twisters. But when we celebrated his pay increase and his promotion, he is actually coming over this Saturday. he is going to be painting part of our living room. So today I actually painted part of our fireplace. So our living room is very large and it's laid out like really kind of funny. The room is divided up really bizarrely. Well, there was a fireplace in the house and previous owners boarded it up. So it is boarded up, but it is like an outset in the room. So it breaks up the wall and juts out from the main wall. Well, I do a lot of decorating with that mantle. I put up a lot of holiday stuff on the mantle. We decorate it for all of the seasons. Above that on the wall is where I put some of my larger diamond paintings for each season, get hung there. Right now, Four Crows of the Apocalypse is up there. My husband just put it up this past weekend for me because I am slowly but surely starting to decorate the house for fall. And I called him today because it needs to be repainted. Well, the mantle was in such bad shape, I couldn't even take it. So I'm like, you know what? Screw this. So I went downstairs. I knew we had a gallon can of white semi-gloss paint, and I brought it up and I painted the top of the mantle and the sides and directly underneath the ledge, the edge of it. Well, the rest of it needs to be painted, but when we first moved here, Titan had a lot of separation anxiety when we first moved. And when he would get nervous, he would start to chew on the wood. And so he gnawed on parts of the scroll work on the fireplace, much to my dismay, and actually chewed and gnawed on the center part of where it is boarded up. It's a good thing I loved him very, very much because it was very, very upsetting. So we offered William some money if he would come over and do the wood filling, fill in the areas that Titan gnawed on, get those filled in, get that done, and then paint it because it's going to be a different color than the rest of the living room, which the whole thing needs to be repainted. Right now, for some reason, some of my walls are tan and some of them are like a blue-gray. Well, I hate it. I hate both of it. So what was tan is now going to become a deep smoke gray, and what was the blue-gray is going to be a lighter shade of just gray, not blue-gray. We're not painting the rest, the blue-gray part right now. I just want to get the mantle done and the fireplace and that whole section there. So we offered him some money, and being a poor architect, he kind of jumped at the possibility and decided that he would go ahead and come and paint it. So he's going to come this weekend and paint that part for us and get that done. Kirk's shoulder has been bothering him, and of course with my back, I can't do the bending, I can't stand, and I can't get down on my hands and knees to do the bottom part. So William is going to take care of that, but with him not living here anymore, I don't feel right just asking him to do it out of the goodness of his heart. So we offered to pay him. I also bribed him with pizza and soda. So he will be getting pizza and soda as well. So, but yeah, so that's going to be happening. I'm very excited about that. I'm very, very, very happy about that. Is there a possibility that we might be able to get the rest of the living room painted and taken care of by the end of the year? Maybe. It depends on how busy William is and if he's willing for the right amount of money to come and do it for me. Plus, I need to be able to have the money to pay for all of the supplies and stuff to do it. Some of the floor molding is going to have to be replaced because Titan damaged it so badly. I wasn't joking, guys, when I said that he was a monster to the wood. I mean, it's bad, the damage that he has done. Some of it is just going to have to be completely replaced. Other parts of it are just going to need to have the wood filler done, and they can be fixed and repaired that way. But that is definitely not the case as a whole in general. All right, I had spilled some drills previously, and I'm looking to see because I couldn't remember which colors they were, and I'm pretty sure I just found which ones they are. And that would be a yes. Okay, because I was like kind of freaking out because I didn't have that many in here. I might have to go and see because those drills are filthy. I mean, look at this, guys. I literally spilled them all over the floor, and look at all that dirt. I mean, it's just gross. I don't even want to use these drills. So I might go up and see if I've got extras that I can just use without having to use those, because it's gross and I don't want to use them. I truly don't. But we will see. We will see what we will see. So I am excited about that, though. I'm really excited to get the mantle and stuff done. This past week I had gone to, I told you I went to Hobby Lobby last Monday. I did pick up, we went Saturday, and I picked up my 2 framed items and my 2 mounted items. And I will, am I going to take pictures and insert them? You know what? I'll just show them at another time, probably in the community tab. I'll post them or something, or just on my Facebook group or Instagram. I don't think I'm going to go to the trouble of trying to insert them into this video. That's just time consuming. And I'm filming this at night, and I'm not going to have really great light to take the pictures, etc. So I will probably show that at another point in time. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. I'm happy that I'm going to get to see William. He can't stay for too terribly long, for, you know, maybe 4 or 5 hours. He is dog sitting for his dad. His dad and stepmom went to Las Vegas on vacation. And so William is taking care of their dog Peyton. So he can't be gone from Peyton too long. We live about 40-45 minutes from his dad. So it's not a quick just jaunt, you know, so to speak, to just run back and forth. That's a lot of gas. So you know, he's going to come. Hopefully he can get it all done in the one day. If not, he's going to have to come back another day, unless, you know, Kirk and I can just finish it, depending on how much is left. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is I've really been thinking about goals for 2025. So I do realize that we still have 4 months left of 2024, and that's okay. I am just starting to piece together some stuff in my head and think about things and think about what I want to do, what kind of thoughts I'm having about what I want to do next year. For the channel, for myself, for the diamond painting, you know. I've been kind of reflecting on my goals for 2024 and what I have managed to accomplish and what I haven't accomplished that I wanted to, if anything, and how I feel about it. How do I feel about the things that I have accomplished or not accomplished? Do I think I made good choices with my goals this year? Am I proud of, you know, what I've managed to accomplish in 2024 so far? Or, you know, do I feel like I really missed my mark? And yeah, I might have accomplished some stuff, but a lot of it is just didn't bring me joy or didn't make me happy. Or I'm disappointed in how certain things turned out or other things didn't turn out, that kind of thing. So, you know, there are definitely things that I'm playing around with and messing around with in my head. Guys, I need to stop for one moment. I will be right back. Okay. Sorry, I had to go and fix these drills. So I did wash them because I did go and look, and of course I did not have any of this number in my spares. How that happens, I will never tell you, considering I have so many spares, but it never seems to fail whenever I have some kind of incident or accident like this. Somehow I manage to always spill something that I don't have any extras of. Can I contact Art and Soul and say, hey, can you guys send me some more of these drills because I had a boo-boo? Yes, I can. But that's going to take a while to get to me. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to finish the painting or be almost done by the time they come. I mean, I don't know. I still have quite a bit of this kit to do, so that might not be the case. So I might go and reach out to Jessica at Art and Soul and say, hey, guess what? I did something stupid. Can you help me? Because I don't even know that I'm going to have enough of what I was able to salvage off the ground to finish. I mean, they give you a lot of extra, a lot of extra, but I don't know, especially not with the way I've divided up the kit. I do think that this color is probably only going to be on the outskirts as part of the border, but I don't know 100% for sure, so I can't say that. But anyway, let's get back to talking about goals and setting challenges and goals for the year. So basically, back in January of 2024, I started taking my channel seriously. I had started the channel in October. It wasn't going well. I wasn't getting any subscribers. I felt like I was floundering. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know about thumbnails. I didn't know about any of the things. And in December, basically I filmed a Thanksgiving WIP chat, and then I kind of just stopped and didn't do anything from that point forward. In January of 2024, my therapist and I had set a goal of me socializing more. And we talked about me revitalizing my channel and using it as a mental health tool. Using it to dip my toe into the socializing pool. By doing it this way through social media and YouTube, if it got to be too much, I could just walk away. I can just decide to just completely and totally walk away and just be done with it and say, okay, I'm done. No more. I can't handle this. I can't handle it. It's not good for me, you know, etc. Well, here we are in August 20th is when I'm filming this. You guys will see it on the 21st. And Guys, as of the filming of this, I'm 110 subscribers away from 1,000. I didn't see that coming. Okay, oh, there they are. I'm like, where did my tweezers go? I was just using them. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to be a thing. I figured it would be years. At least 2. I think I had set at the beginning of the year a goal to hit 500 subscribers by December 31st of this year. I hit that goal in May. Yeah. I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock. I can hardly believe that I'm where I am. It just, most days, it just literally does not even seem real. Doesn't seem real. It's like I kept waiting for someone to pinch me and find out that I've just been in a really long dream for a while. So it's totally and completely blindsided me. So that was the first goal with my channel, was to get 500 subscribers by December 31st. Okay, we did that. That has been achieved. Then within that, I set a goal to hit 750 by September 1st. Well, I hit that before July 18th, which is when I held my 500 milestone giveaway. And yeah, I had already hit 750. So here I am at 890 subscribers. And I am beside myself with shock and awe. I take pride in the fact that I didn't ride anyone's coattails. I have had support from small shops in the community that have given me shout outs, etc. But I have not appeared. I've only ever appeared on one other person's channel, and that was Crafty and Crime Daily. And I only gained in the 2-week time frame surrounding that appearance. I only gained 5 subscribers from that. Most of the people that were in that live were already members of my channel. They had found me through me doing Just Breathe. I have not been on anyone else's channel. I have not been asked to be on anyone else's channel. I don't really know why. I see other people hosting other creators on their channels all the time, and no one has ever asked me. And I don't know why. Does it hurt? A little. It makes you wonder what's wrong with me. For someone like me who suffers from borderline personality disorder and low self-esteem, why am I not worthy to be on your channel? I don't know the answer. At one point in time, I did ask a particular creator why they had never had me on their channel. And basically, I was told that they didn't think I was doing my channel for the right reasons. I don't know what that means. I've had more than one person say to me that they think that I just did my channel for money. I don't know where they get that, considering that I have already stated I will never be monetized. The affiliates that I have, that I requested from small shops, I don't get financial compensation for that. None of them pay me. I don't receive money from any of them. I either get a discount on things for me to purchase, or for some of them I do earn store credit, but I use the store credit I get to pay for prizes and giveaways that I do all the time. I'm getting ready to post one now for Be Frosty, a preliminary pre-event giveaway. So look for that this week. I'm hoping it'll actually be up by the time this video airs, but it will be posted on Bee's Crafty Corner and on Diamonds and Dragonflies. So keep your eye out for that. Anyway, so one of the goals that I want to set for my channel, I'm not going to set until I get closer to January, simply because I need to know where I'm at subscriber wise to decide what I want to make my subscriber count be. Now, one of the things that I would like to do, I did try going live on a regular basis this year. It didn't go well. It was too stressful and it was too unpredictable. And a lot of that had to do with my husband's drinking. I don't know where he's going to be at or where we're going to be at with that come next year. So I can't make any promises with that. One of the things that I am considering doing that I would like to, and I'd like your feedback, so please let me know what you think in the comments below, is I am thinking of having one live a month where I showcase and have either an artist or a small shop owner or another creator that's just starting out on my channel, to give them a shout out and help them grow. I would like to know what you all think about that. If that's something that you would like to tune into, to get to hear from an artist, and or a small shop owner, and or a new up-and-coming YouTube creator. So let me know what you think and whether that is something that you would like to tune into or would want to tune into and watch. This past year, with it being Year of the Dragon, I set a goal of doing a dragon painting every month. As of August, I have achieved that. I have done and completed a dragon painting every month thus far. starting in February, because I started it. It was for February 1st through January 31st of next year, because that is the year of the dragon. I am not going to be doing that for next year in terms of year of the snake. That's not going to happen. I'm not, A, I don't own enough. B, I have no desire to do 12 snake paintings in a year. Yeah, that's not going to happen. However, I was considering setting a goal of every month doing a kit in a certain genre with a certain theme. Whether it be a particular holiday that I do a painting every month for the whole year, like for example Christmas, that I do a Christmas painting every month, or I do Halloween every month. I thought about making it not be so broad and just saying that I was going to do a holiday kit every month, but it could be any holiday. I've considered that. I've considered saying that I have to do an animal painting every month. That is something that I could do. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If I get a couple of different good ideas, I will throw up a poll, and you guys can all vote on it, and give me some different ideas and thoughts, and help me make a decision regarding that. I also did this year to do a paint gem set every month, which I have so far been successful in doing as well. This month is going to be stretching. I'm really not loving the summer edition, but I started it and I really just want to finish it because I don't want it to go back into my stash. So hopefully I will not break my run here, and I will get it done and completed. I still have 11 days left of the month. I have, I think, 4 out of 12 done. I think I have 8 more to go. They don't take real long, so I could very easily knock them out. But yeah, I would like to continue that, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate 1 month paint gem, 1 month mini dazzle, because I have acquired quite a few mini dazzle kits from Diamond Art Club, and that way I can just swap back and forth. This year, as of the filming of this video, which is being filmed on August 19th, guys, I have completed 40 diamond paintings. 40. And it's just August. And when I say completed diamond paintings, I mean diamond paintings that are 30 by 30 or larger, and or a complete paint gem set. I've done partials as well. I've done 20 by 20 centimeter canvases as well, have been tossed into the mix. So I have done other things. I've done a lot of off-canvas projects, ornaments, magnets, wall hangings. I do a lot of those every month, and I don't count them as finishes. I did decide that once I have completed all of my month of the year coffee cups or tea cups or drink cups or whatever you want to call them, that I have for each month, once I have completed all of those, I am going to count that as one large finish, and it will go in my logbook. I had other people telling me I should count it as 4 finishes. Maybe. I guess I could break it down by quarter. Every 3 months is a finish. Because you figure 20 by 20, that makes 60 by 60. Which of course I would count. So maybe I'll do that. We'll see. As of right now, I haven't put any in, and I have completed through, I know I've completed through July. I can't remember if I did August or not yet. But I started them and I didn't get it until February. So I've done February, March, April, May, June, and July. I know for sure. I can't remember if I already did August or not. So by that calculation, if I have done August, it'll be 2 completions. I haven't really done a whole lot of large paintings this year. I've done a few, but I've done more medium and snack than I have large paintings. And I've really missed it. So I was kind of making next year, I was thinking of making next year the year of the big paintings. And instead of working on nothing but smaller stuff, small and medium type projects, to take on some large scale projects. Jungle Dragon is a large scale project. I constitute a large canvas as anything that has a side that is over 70 centimeters. One side has to be bigger than 70 centimeters, and the smallest side has to be bigger than 50 centimeters. So 50 centimeters or larger on one side, and one side has to be 70 centimeters or larger. So for example, a 30 by 60 is not a large kit in my book. That would be a medium kit. A 40 by 70 would not, because one side's only 40. It needs to be 50 or larger. So that is something that I am considering. I do have a very large that is probably going to be a year-long project. I'm not going to tell you what it is at this moment, but I am planning on starting that in January. Possibly sooner. We'll see. I desperately want to kit it up right now, but it is going to be an epic scale project. There are a couple of other creators that have done projects of this size, and they have labeled them like either they're big or extra large paintings, and they only work on them at certain times. I am thinking about doing this myself. So we'll see. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when and how I want to handle it. So let me know what your thoughts are about that. Obviously, by doing bigger projects, there's going to be fewer finishes. That's not to say that I'm not going to do any other kits either, but there still would be fewer projects, fewer finishes each month, which obviously equates to less content in terms of post reviews. So you'll have to let me know. Now, one of the things that I was thinking of is one of my tribe members, Jenna, is Queen of Diamonds, and she has her own YouTube channel, and she does a mid-month WIP parade, and she's been, I don't want to say hassling me, but she's been teasing me that I really need to do one. And it wasn't anything that interested me. I mean, I stopped for the summer doing month in reviews. I decided that I was only going to do them quarterly. So yes, the beginning of September, you will see a quarterly month in review, which will showcase my paintings from the summer, June, July, and August, my finishes. If I were to go to and decide to make 2025 the year of the big paintings, I would start to do probably a mid-month WIP parade, simply because all I'm going to have are big projects that I'm working on for the most part. Yes, I will probably sneak in some small projects here and there. But that is not going to be the main focus of my channel next year. Let me know how you guys feel about that. What do you think? Is that going to be a deterrent? Are you going to be like, oh, well, you know, one of the reasons why I watch you, Heather, is because you do so many different canvases a month, and, you know, you do a lot of post reviews and unboxings and stuff like that. And I don't know that I'm going to want to watch you if, you know, you're not putting out a lot of content in regards to that, because you're not doing that many things. All you're doing is, you know, big, huge projects. Because it does, you know, yes, I want to do what makes me happy, but at the same time, I don't want to lose my loyal subscribers either. I want to do what makes you guys happy too. You know, I don't want to put up content that you're going to hate on my channel. That's, you know, that's not how this works. We support each other. It's a two-way street. And so you know, you can't make everyone happy, but I would like at least the bulk of my subscribers to be happy. And, you know, liking my content. Something I could look at, if you guys are against me just making it primarily the year of big paintings, I could do a quarterly large painting. Pick a painting that I'm going into with the thought process of it taking 3 months to complete, and working on other things in conjunction with that big painting. Sort of like how I've been doing Jungle Dragon, with the fact that, you know, this has pretty much only been, I work on it a few days here and there, and then I work on other stuff the majority of the time. So, you know, let me know. I want to know what you guys think. So those are some of the thoughts that I've been having. I don't know that I'm going to be participating in a lot of events next year. I've gotten too bogged down with trying to participate in multiple events a month, even multiple events a year. It's draining. It's draining. It makes me not like some of the, I'm working on paintings that I might not necessarily have wanted to work on otherwise. And I need to get away from that, because that's how I'm ending up with multiple WIPs. And that needs to stop. My WIP accumulation is ridiculous. So I'm going into next year thinking that I am only going to be participating in events that either I myself am hosting, or events that Patreon members are hosting, or, well, I shouldn't say or, and possibly throwing in some of the companies that I represent, you know, and that I support, if they are doing events. For example, Art and Soul, the one with the diamond art, which I don't think they do. Participating in some of the Art de Nicole events. I used to do all of them. I kind of got away and dropped out of doing a lot of them this year. It was just getting to be too much. One of the things that I started the year out really hard doing, and that I didn't achieve, and that kind of petered out, was doing the year of the bingo 24, bingo 2024 or whatever, the year-long event. I was like cruising through that. And then I got tired of taking pictures. Plain and simple. That is the one and only reason as to why I dropped out. I got sick of having to take start photos and finish photos and upload them to an album. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. And so I stopped. And I'm kind of disappointed that I stopped. I really wanted to participate. I really wanted to make it the whole year. Same thing with the drill count. I got tired of posting start and finishes, and I got tired of having to count all of my off-canvas projects. Yes, my on-canvas projects, getting the drill count was easy. But not when I'm doing ornaments and keychains and all of that kind of stuff. It got to be too much. And I got tired of it, so I stopped. Am I going to do those next year? I don't know, probably not. For basically the same reason. I don't want to have to take 5 bazillion pictures. I mean, hell, sometimes it's just difficult for me to go and post on social media pictures of the stuff that I'm working on for you guys. It gets to be old after a while. It's like sometimes I just want to diamond paint. I don't want to have to be sharing it or shoving it in anybody else's face. I just want to diamond paint for me. So these are all, you know, thoughts, feelings that I've been having. I've been doing, like I said, a lot of thinking about future upcoming goals for the channel, for myself, for you guys, and what I want to do. Event-wise, at this point in time, I will be doing Just Breathe 2025. Shell, owner of Black Dahlia Diamond Art, and I will be doing it officially together. She is not going to just be the woman behind the woman. She is actually going to be my in-person, in-your-face co-host. I am looking at doing an event in March with Jenna, Queen of Diamonds. We'll see about that one. We're going to have to see how I feel coming off of. I am doing an event with my Patreon, September and October. It is not too late to sign up for my Patreon and participate. It's called Frankly Spooky. It will be a Halloween event. I've got a lot of really awesome prizes. And if you're looking at wanting to do something where you stand a better chance of actually getting a prize, feel free to sign up for my Patreon. All members can participate. $5 and $10 tiers. I got rid of my top tier. You guys don't need to be spending $20 a month on me. So you can look forward to that, participating in that if you want. It's going to be awesome, guys. Sorry, I needed a drink. So that's something to, you know, keep in the back of your head and consider participating in if you want to join. I also, obviously this month or this year, I have Be Frosty. It is undetermined as to whether or not Be Frosty will be held again next year. So that we will have to wait and see. It is possible that I will be hosting it, but with either someone else or just by myself. There is the possibility I won't be hosting it at all. there's the possibility that Sabrina and I will be hosting it again together. So we will have to wait and see. So yeah. Well, guys, we are nearing the end here. What I've been watching, hubby and I are still watching Deep Space Nine. We are doing like an episode or two, a couple of nights a week. We are still in season 1. We did this weekend finish House of Dragons season 2. Oh my God. Was it amazing? And oh my mighty cliffhanger. So yes, there is going to be season 3 of House of Dragon. Hopefully it will be out next year and they're not going to make me wait 2 years to see it, because I might have to hurt somebody if they do. We've got some other shows that we've been watching that hopefully we'll start to finish up. Some other shows that we watch that just dropped new episodes for a new season. So lots of things there. And that's about it, I think. Dogs are doing just fine. So everything is good there on the doggy front. So I think that about wraps up what's been going on with me. So guys, please hit that thumbs up. Give me a like. That really helps with the algorithms and all the things. I know that it's a bother if you are watching on TV or something and you gotta jump through hoops to be able to go and give a like, but it really does help, and I would really, really appreciate you doing it. Please leave me a comment. Leave me, if you made it all the way to the end, leave a dragon emoji. Let me know what you think. Do you have a suggestion for what kind of kit I should do every month for the month of for the year of 2025? Do you have thoughts about me making 2025 the year of the large paintings and doing large kits as opposed to multiple small kits, small/medium kits? Let me know what you think. I do really care, and I would really like your opinion. You can also leave me a comment if you are interested in participating with Frankly Spooky, but you're not sure how to go about signing up or joining and doing that, and you have any questions for that, you can leave me a comment or shoot me an email. My email is always in the description box below. It is at the bottom. So you can go and email me. It is Diamonds and Dragonflies 2023. So you can always shoot me an email. All right. Okay, guys. Well, I am going to finish working on this section, and then I will decide whether to do another one or not. But Stephanie, if you are watching, this is your section number 5. All right, guys. Thank you for being such loyal supporters. I love you all so much. Please hit that subscribe button. It's free, and you can be notified of when I put up new videos. I would love to have you be part of my ever-growing subscriber count. Take care, guys, and remember, without the darkness, we'd never get to see the stars. Love y'all. See you next time. Bye.